At Make the Road New York, one of the organizations in New York City that receives community services Black grants from the federal government, hundreds of Queens families got together to denounce state and federal budget cuts for adult education and other services on immigrant communities. Ana Maria Archila, Executive Director of Make the Road New York, said the proposed cuts will impact the city and state community services as well as other critical education funding streams.
In the state, Governor Cuomo wants to cut $1.5 billion from the schools and hundreds of millions of dollars for basic services at the same time that he wants to give millionaires in New York State a gift of $1 billion. He wants to give them a tax cut and at the same time cut the basic services and the opportunities for our children and people in our communities.
For these people, the proposed cuts will add more distress to the already overcrowded and struggling schools and decimate vital GED prep and English classes that enable immigrant parents to achieve economic stability.
I am here as a mother and as an active resident of New York State to demand that all of us here today be heard in our plea for justice. No more budget cuts to our schools. Tax the millionaires instead.
Rafael Valdez, who is taking English classes at Make the Road New York, considers that the proposed cuts are offensive to the community who work hard to make a living and are not asking for anything other than the opportunity to learn.
Don't take away our access to education. No more budget cuts to our English and GED classes. Government cuts. Support our community. Impose the millionaire tax.
Ana Maria Archila said that basic services are being cut at both the federal and state level, and that this will especially impact the minorities.
If the community service block grant is cut the way that the Republicans in Congress want to do, we're going to have to lay off 5 teachers, which means that each teacher teaches 300 adults per year. So you can make the numbers, 1,500 students that are not going to have the opportunity to learn English, and lawyers who are not going to be able to provide legal services to help workers recover unpaid wages or to help families.
The situation is really worst for these and other organizations that have never faced a crisis to this magnitude. That is why they want to get everybody involved, to make sure that the lawmakers hear loud and clear that they need to take a stand for the working class.